We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Welcome to a Brit Reacts to Bollywood, and a Happy Christmas to those of you celebrating, and my heartfelt greetings to all of you around the world. And I want to say to all of you, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sat Sri Akal Ji, Vanakkam. Today I would like to look at a classic film from the 80s, which is from the 100 Greatest Bollywood Songs. It's from the film Mr. India, 1987. Just looking at that poster, it's a very curious mix. It looks like a comedy. We've got on the right somebody dressed as Charlie Chaplin, and it's weird because it's just in black and white, this, and this obviously looks like probably not the best advertising. This is a better poster. Okay, something interesting here. We've got a beautiful lady dressed as a princess, and we've got Anil Kapoor there, and we've also got some other interesting posters like this one with a very evil looking bad guy on the left. What to make of it? This is a superhero film, probably the first I've seen in Bollywood. It's directed by Shekhar Kapoor, produced by Boney Kapoor and Surinder Kapoor. It stars Surinder's son, Anil Kapoor, a major example of nepotism here. Very much a family affair. Why should a producer's son star in a film? Sridevi and Amrish Puri as the bad guy. Salim Javed wrote the screenplay and story, marking their last collaboration. It focuses on Arun Verma, played by Anil Kapoor, a poor street violinist and philanthropist who creates a cloaking device that grants him invisibility. While renting out his house to pay his debts, he meets the journalist Seema Soni and falls in love with her. There's a better synopsis I've seen which goes along the line of: a man with a big heart takes care of orphans in his home. An evil general wants to conquer India, so with the help of his scientist dad's invisibility device, the man will try to save the day. And there's another synopsis which is: Arun, who lives with orphaned children, is harassed by a gangster who is after his house. After one of the children dies, he uses his father's invention, an invisibility watch, to fight back. Quite conflicting, some of these descriptions. It's Lakshmikant Pyarelal soundtrack. It was a breakthrough for the director and cast members and became a milestone in Hindi cinema for its rarely filmed superhero genre, which was followed by several Indian films in later years. The song is Kate Nahin Kat Te. This will be interesting. What do you think? Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Love the colours.
I love you.
Wow.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Oh wow. Really interesting visuals here. This is very cheeky, this film. So it's almost like he's dancing with her invisibly. Oh yes. Reminds me of the Pink Panther there. Great music. Lovely composition. This is really interesting. This looks weird. They've sped it up, I think. The lyrics leave more to be desired. Pulling. Very good. This is very sexual. Good sound. Wow, that's a lovely shot. Beautiful. Love it. Very interesting colours. This is overly sexual. What's so interesting about this is that she is overly sexualized and she is almost at peak pleasure here. And it doesn't match up because he's supposed to be this object of her affection, but he's just walking around in a trench coat and a hat. And there's not much of a parallel between the two, and there's not much of a chemistry between the two in that sense. I don't see why she's so affected and he's not in any way sexualized or being attractive towards her. That's interesting in one sense. Maybe he's playing more of an everyman in that sense, more of an everyman hero. And the other thing is, I have to honour her, Sridevi. She lacks some of the technical precision of Madhuri Dixit, and I really feel as though some of this looks like it's very similar to Madhuri Dixit's performance and visually the cinematography in the Dak Dak song. Dak Dak. I can't remember exactly what the name of the Dak Dak song is. And it's a similar period, the Dak Dak song. I think it might be a couple of years later, actually. So maybe I'm being unfair. But the Dak Dak song is very similar visually to this, and a very similar kind of physical performance on her part. Even the use of this huge blowing machine that keeps blowing her very colourful outfit in different directions and stuff. And Madhuri does very similar in the Dak Dak song, where she's in these striking outfits in very striking dance poses, and there's this blower blowing at her. So it's a very similar cinematography. She's not quite the same as Madhuri in terms of that precision of performance and the strikingness of the performance and the timing of the performance. She's a bit looser and freer and more, I suppose you could say, sensual in that sense, as she's playing a very overly sensualized person in this video. The real achievement of the video, I feel, is she puts a lot of work into that effort, and fair enough. But I feel as though the cinematography of this is wonderful. The colour scheme, the visuals of it is wonderful. The soundtrack is very good. The lyrics aren't good, but I suppose maybe if you're a Hindi speaker and the phrase "I love you" repeated is a novelty in some sense, and so that's fair enough. But the actual sound, the actual Lakshmikant Pyarelal soundtrack is beautiful. I think it was they that composed this one. Kishore, Kumar and Alisha Chanai. That's Lakshmikant Pyarelal. So in that sense, I think it's a great 80s film performance. That's all I've got to say about it. Let me know your insider information, your tips, your reflections on that. I think it was a really interesting piece to look at, and I know that it's a couple of numbers down the list in the 100 Greatest Bollywood Songs. It's actually number 36 rather than 39, but I wanted to do a colour piece. I didn't want to do a black and white piece for Christmas Day. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I wish you a very happy Christmas and a happy holiday wherever you are, and I hope that you're safe and well and fed and happy. Take it easy. This is your Brit Reacting to Bollywood saying much love, cheerio.